All right, welcome back, friends. So it's another beautiful evening, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the get-tos in life rather than the got-tos. And what I mean by that is, we can take advantage and forget about the blessings we have and be grateful for things that we get to do. And at some point, you may not get to do those things, but for right now, I get to smoke a cigar tonight. And I'm going to do that and tell you a little bit about my day. You might find it interesting, hopefully. I'm going to smoke this cigar. I don't think I've ever tried it before. Sobremesa. My good friend Allah from OSI Tobacco turned me on to this, said it's one of his favorite cigars, so I'm going to give it a shot and see what we think. And while we do that, of course, so I got this beautiful Rolex on here, but it's a replica. Not a real deal, but it looks pretty good. My buddy Mark got it. Rolex a little pricey, so I thought this was a cool one to get. But we got some real deal. Whoop, a little dizzy there. Real deal boots here. These are JB Hill Cayman, and I'm gonna wear those with pride tonight. Let's get into the humidor and take a look at the Sobremesa. It's I had it. Where'd it go? It's got quite a selection in here. One I do want to do, if I haven't done, this Aganorsa leaf is a really good cigar too that I've got turned on to. Signature Aganorsa leaf. I think it's a nice cigar. I can't remember. I don't think I did a review of that, but where did that Sobremesa go? That was a interesting. It kind of falls by the wayside. I can't even find it. There it is. I think one thing I would do if I was them is make the wrapper or the label look a little more distinct because I can't find it. But anyway, so let's see if I'll even focus on a Sobremesa. So this is the Elegante 7x50, pretty big. I already had a cigar tonight, so I probably don't need this bigger one, but Allah was out, and I want to do it for all. See what I think about it, and let's get this set up here. So the first thing we'll do, we'll unwrap it, and we'll try the humidity tester on it. It's cedar wrapped, and a cedar generally keeps good moisture content. And so here's the cigar again. It's you can see the cedar. Might have to turn the light off actually to see if this thing will register where you can see the gauge, or I can turn it, but it's saying 59, 58, so it's a little bit on the dry side, but not bad. Now it dropped down to 57. But I think that's okay. The other one I smoked the other day was fine at that, and so we'll see, especially with this cedar, maybe that kept it pretty good. And we'll look into what the Sobremesa is about, but let me talk about the get-tos in life versus the got-tos. Lisa was in there earlier, we were talking about the work week starting tomorrow. She says, yeah, I gotta go into work, and it made me think of that because she gets to. I don't get to tomorrow. I'm dealing with this illness that can be pretty bad. So I'm in good spirits, but I don't get to go to work tomorrow because of that. And there is a benefit. I'm not complaining that I may not go in, but it's a privilege to work, have a career, and do things, and to be able to get to physically be able to go in. So, be grateful for that. So I'm lighting this up with the cedar here. It's a cool way to do it. You only use very little torch, and cedar does the rest. Gives it a nice flavor. Hopefully you don't burn your house down when you do it, but It lit it. Actually got to hit it just a bit more there. So decent draw, a little tight. Starts out kind of mild. Got a tad bit of sweetness to it. But so far, pretty decent, Allah. So thank you. So, today was another one of those days. I had a lot of friends and family down all weekend. They've been coming down to see me. They know I'm going through this illness, and I've just had people reaching out, coming out, and it's another one of those things where I get to spend time with people that care about me and that I care about. Some family members I haven't seen for quite a while. So good to talk to them. And, we should keep in mind that we don't have to wait until somebody has a debilitating illness, terminal illness, whatever it may be, to come out. But not blaming that, but sometimes we use that as an excuse, and it's a good time to use that to say, hey, let me go see some people, talk to them, reconnect. But connections in life are what it's about, right? Cigars help us connect. My nephew came down, we had a cigar, and it was nice, and we got to talk about growing up and some of the things, and just those connections that we get to, and we value those later in life. I don't know what's going on with Daisy over there. Maybe Papa's coming over. It's a little late. It's only about 8 o'clock, I guess. But it's all about the attitude. The get to versus the got to is about attitudes, right? And we can look at, man, I got to do this. I got to go to work. I got to pay the bills. But, we can turn that around and say, what are things that I get to do today? Do I get to spend time with people I care about? Do I get to connect with my friends? Do I get to relax a bit? Do I make time for that? And do I get to spend a few moments in touch spiritually? Do I get to thank God for the day? Thank God for the blessings I've seen today. Do I get to look back on my day and say, were there some times where God's light shined in, like I saw it shine in my nephew's eyes, and just us talking? That's a get-to moment, and sometimes we miss it if we don't intentionally take time to do that. So it's been really cool to do that lately. We got a lot of privileges, in our life, and they talk about making a gratitude list and those type of things, and I think they're important. And sometimes, again, it's a get to. You get to. You don't have to. You can look at it as a got to. But I do think the more that we focus on, being grateful, and, there are times in life, we were talking too about prayer, power of prayer. And I don't want to make this, all spirituality. I'll look into this cigar here. But, praying for people, people say, I'm praying for you to heal, praying for you to get through this. And that's fine. I appreciate that. But you pray for people, you pray for them to have peace and a connection to God. And sometimes when we're sick or we're ill, we find it very difficult to pray for ourselves because we're caught up in the storm, and that's when it's real important that other people are praying for us, because I do believe, I've seen the power of prayer in my life, that it helps. It's real. I don't know, it doesn't matter what you believe in. There's a power greater than you out there somewhere that's created this universe. And I think that when people take the time to meditate, try to connect their mind to it, it has a powerful effect. Somehow that energy connects, whatever that energy is, or whatever you call it. The other thing, And I've been thinking about this lately because, I mentioned, this is when you're going to the Brain Tumor Institute, the Brain Cancer Institute. That's not necessarily the place you want to be, but again, I get to go there. I got a good job. I got good insurance. I get to go. I get to live in an area by the Cleveland Clinic that has phenomenal health care and let them take care of me. But, when you're dealing with your brain, as I'm trying to type out this cigar name, Elegante, just think about yourself. You get to use your brain today. My brain might be fucked up soon. I don't know. But, where I'm not going to think clearly. I don't know what this stuff is going on in here, my visual perception's off, my spatial perception. Got pressure in my head and some headaches. And so I don't know where it's going to take me, where I may not get to use the full capacity of my brain. So I got to be grateful for that I've got that today. And so if you've got that today, thinking about an amazing gift that your mind is, and not to clutter your mind with a bunch of crap. It's the benefit of cigars. Relax, enjoy. Of course, we got responsibilities, we got work, we got things we got to do, but you get to, and you get to use it, and at some point, that may be taken from you. So enjoy that moment. Enjoy the times. What can you do today to be grateful? What can you do to be thankful for the faculties you have and the people around you? So, all right, enough of all that. Sobremesa. It's called Over the Table. It has no precise English translation because there's no cultural equivalent in the U.S. It's an idiom used among Latin cultures to describe leisurely time spent tableside after you have finished dining, but before you rise. So that's where I'm at. We had some great lamb on the Primo smoker. A couple of my friends are Middle Eastern that came down and they really enjoyed it. I got to know about lamb. I never really ate lamb growing up, and my friend Isam got me into that, so I was able to make some for him. And so I had a nice meal. And so Sobremesa is about this leisurely time after you finish dining, before you rise, experience of lingering casually with family and friends. That's what I did. Relaxing, drinking. Well, I'm drinking some iced tea, smoking, enjoying each other's company. Sobremesa is one of life's simplest yet greatest pleasures. So cool little write-up there. It's from the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. They make really nice. I've had Dunbarton cigars. Very good. So this says it's a lush Liga. Liga being stronger. I don't feel that too much here. With a creamy core. I love the creamy notes of cedar, coca, and cafe or coffee. Sweet lingering finish. So it does have that. It does have kind of a sweet feel to it. So draw is good. It's a little bit tight, but it's a big cigar. I think the price point was pretty good on this. We'll find out here. So the Cigar International has it, and they list it. They're going to make me do the math. So this is the Elegante. So it is the bigger one. Cedros Churchill 7x50. On sale, $176 for a box of 13. So I don't know. My brain's not doing a ton of math right now. So it's never been my strongest point. Blind Man's Puff had a review of it, and let's see if what do they say about it? $13.50, so it's not cheap. It's only aged a year, so it could use a little more aging, I think. It's not that strong. So they give it appearance of 91, flavor 91, second, third flavor 93. So I'm looking forward to that. Construction 95. I don't know. A little high. I think it's a little bit tight. 92 minutes smoking time. So it's a long cigar. So I thought it was a little less expensive. Maybe OSI had it cheaper than that. They get good prices over there. Check out my video about OSI and go see them if you get in the Canton area. I like it. I think it's not striking me as like, oh, it's a great cigar because it's a little milder than my preference. Of course, I've had a cigar already today, so that could be affecting that review. But I was looking for another review here to see if some of the other ones that I look at gave it their thoughts, but I'm not seeing too many. So I do think it's a big cigar. Hopefully it's going to grow on a little bit more strength here as it goes. Leaf Enthusiast does a review, and they say it's a price point about $12.50. They give it a 5 on a 5 on flavor. So 9.5 out of 10. So I can see why Allah likes it. I'm not quite there on it. I'd say it's a good cigar. Not great. Would I buy one again? I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's not doing a lot for me. Maybe it'll get there. I'm only, a sixth into it, a fifth into it. So anyway, a little bit to wrap up on this, the get to and got to. It's just, it's about attitude, right? Most of life is about attitude. What can you do today? And it's expectations. We were doing a reading on that. The level of my serenity is directly disproportional to the level of my expectations. So sometimes we've got to lower expectations. If they're exceeded, that's great. But, people can disappoint you. I've not been disappointed today. I've had great people down. And, health-wise, guys, I'll keep you posted. I'm tired. Haven't been sleeping too much. A lot on my mind. And this will help. I'll relax, finish this cigar. And, just try to ease my mind a bit, feel like I'm on the clock. So hopefully Allah was down. He's a football player, and we were talking football, and I said, I don't know, maybe I'm at the 2-minute warning. Maybe we'll get into overtime. That'd be good. Get into overtime. Maybe I got some timeouts in my pocket. I can pull those out, and Allah can come out and kick a game-tying field goal to keep things extended. We'll see. Maybe I'll get better news in a week or so. But it is what it is. I get to enjoy life today. What's that saying about, this is, the future's unknown, the past is gone. Today's, a gift. That's why they call it the present. So anyway, enjoy your night. And thanks for listening to the videos. I appreciate all the kind comments. Everybody's been giving me really nice supporting words of encouragement. And I really do appreciate all that. And we'll see you soon.